It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. All teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're underway from Philadelphia. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Okay, you know he's happy about that win last week, but less happy about his performance. He went into the lab this week, there's no question about it, and studied those mistakes, those 2 interceptions, because he knows that's not sustainable for winning. And I love a line from Mike McDonald. He talks about the quarterback being the voice of poise. That means flushing those mistakes from a week ago and being poised to go attack today.
We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's another carry for Barkley. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. Back-to-back runs yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Got it. Ready? 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Set up.
Working from the gun. Here's Jones. That's caught for the first. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Jones. He's got Smith. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Crosses the 35, room for more. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. That one hits for 30. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Go!
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. He's got it at the 6. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Peyton Manning has some well-earned company now in the record books. He's tied the single-season mark for passing touchdowns. That was number 55 on the season. Now the Eagles ready to attempt a two-point conversion.
Here we go.
He's throwing for it. He's on the move. And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead. Well, really a dream start at home for this team. They add on the two-point try, and they are quickly up 8-0.
So much game left, but they trusted that even if the conversion failed, they can make up those points over the course of the game. But even more than that, Kate, what they've done now to this home crowd to get them off their seats, I can't wait to hear the volume when the defense hits the field.
Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Them out from Central Michigan, an undrafted free agent back in 2017, and still here, it's Cooper Rush.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Rush looking to pass. Throw secured by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. To the air with Rush. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground, incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That's taken on the 7. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. He picks up 16 on the good return, and the Eagles will take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Come on, set.
They go to Barkley again. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Trying to work quickly now. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Offense working quickly. First down, and they go right back to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Play stopped by Damone Clark. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing from the gun. He lobs it up. Left sideline, looking for a chunk play. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. I'm going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. And they're going for this. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory. Throwing, rush. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Rush to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Rush now to throw. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Rush now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Gay's kick is good. And that gets them back within 5.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Starting from the 5. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Eagles headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. From the 34. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And what an incredible season he's had, Brock. That last completion gets him to another milestone. 5,000 yards passing on the year. You know this. There aren't many who've ever accomplished that in league history. And it is a decorated list of names for those who have. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 46. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles hold an 11-point advantage. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles push the lead up to 12. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Back to the well again. And he'll get it up to the 44. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Dallas. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And that's good for a gain of 5. Zach Bond with the tackle. All right, here we go. Second down. Rush. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. Down right along that 40-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for him. And he works this to the 38 before going down. We've hit the 2-minute warning. The Cowboys driving. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here's Rush. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it. So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. From the right hash, 55 yards out. He had all the distance and just enough accuracy to send it through. And the lead is back down to 9.
You know disc golfers, Kate? Yeah, I'll go to disc golfers. They sometimes give the basket a hug if an errant putt hits, but still goes in. You may want to go give the goalpost a hug after this game. It took a friendly redirect off the upright to make that field goal good.
Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And with just this and one more game to go this season, he's 2 good weeks away from leading the league in passing yards for the year.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Escapes the pocket. That's Thomas. He's got it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Let's go now.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. I'm just taking a guess here, Brock, that they were so concerned with his passing prowess that they forgot this dude can deal quite a bit of damage with his legs, too.
Yeah, this is where offenses in the NFL are blurring with the college game. They want guys running the show who can...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. And wait, what's this? They fake the spike. Fits it through the middle. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. From the 37. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. They'll throw it again. He's on the move. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. We're at halftime here in Philadelphia. And the Eagles, not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He'll begin his return from the 11. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Here comes the Cowboy offense for the opening possession of the third. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Throw complete to Lamb. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. This finds Cooks, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Dropping back to throw. That'll be complete to Elliott. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 for him now following the penalty. Running it after the penalty. This is ahead for about 5. Milton Williams making the stop. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They give it to him again. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Jalen Carter. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. He's dropping back to throw. Taking a big shot for the end zone. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds, too. Great work. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Eagles ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And with just 1 game to go after this one, a terrific campaign has him in position to lead the league in touchdown passes this season. Got a man, Uzama has it. And he gets in, touchdown Philadelphia. The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. The Eagles lined up here, they're trying for 2 once again. He's throwing for it. Forced out to his right. And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. stay perfect, Brock. That's a perfect 3 for 3 now on 2-point tries. Is it just automatic at this point that if there's a touchdown, they're going to go for 2?
Well, they can tell this defense stops them. That answer is going to be yes. It's not supposed to be this easy. I mean, the numbers tell you you're not supposed to have this kind of success rate, but it's really clear this defense has no answer. Run, pass, confidence, the offense is owning them.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. To the air with Rush. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Sidney Brown makes the play. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
Everybody rushing back to the line. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's taken down at the 30. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, Jones to the air. Barkley's got it. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. This ball's caught by Uzama. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought down by Deron Bland. Five yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able...
Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Kendricks. Cowboys get it back on the final play of the quarter. So we're through 3 here. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. Got Lamb, and it's complete.
Offside, defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. Here's Rush to throw. That's Lamb running the slant. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing, Rush. Finds him over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Rush now. It's caught, Ferguson. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense up to the line fast. Rush. Has it in close. And in for the Dallas touchdown. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys get it back to a 14-point game. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation.
He's got it inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Working inside the red zone. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles have likely locked up the win right there. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Cowboys about set to take over. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Search. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. This is brought in at the 15. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Cowboys trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Rush now to throw. Ezekiel Elliott makes the catch. Oh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. Here's Rush. He's got it. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown catches in 1 game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Looking for a target. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Throwing deep for the end zone. Ooh, put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. Bouncing football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. 4th and 3. Drive on the line. Jones looking to throw. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. This finds Cooks, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. Looking to throw it. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
They go play fake with Jones. He rolls to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. On 3rd and long, it's Jones. He lofts it deep left. Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. And that completion gets him up to 400 yards in the football game. No, it's a tough mark to reach, but one that every quarterback takes pride in being able to reach, or at least challenge every so often. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Cowboys sending out the dime package. Third down. Again, Jones to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. From the shotgun, it's Jones. On the move, headed right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles make it a 3-score game in the fourth. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout. Well, maybe some second guessing of that play after the miss. I think it was just an instant of the defense guessing the call correctly and right on the spot.
And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. And that one was on their defense. Here's Rush to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.